I'd like to thank the employees of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County District Attorney's Office for being here with me today at 130 South Plymouth Avenue so I can announce the Employee of the Month awards for the Sheriff's Office. And I will also do this on behalf of District Attorney Sandra Doorley because she couldn't be here today. And she couldn't be here today, District Attorney Sandra Doorley, because District Attorney Sandra Doorley loves to talk about murder on television, especially a show called Devil's Bathtub, where she was talking about the disgusting, depraved murder of Craig Rideout by Laura Rideout. And so District Attorney Doorley is in preparation right now to be on another show to talk about another murder. Because what America needs is more prosecutors, more district attorneys on television, night after night after night, talking about murder. So, Sandra, I hope your preparation goes well today for your next appearance on television to talk about murder. Now, I'd like to talk about the inspiration for the Employee of the Month Award at the Sheriff's Office and District Attorney's Office. And everyone gathered here today knows the inspiration because he was the first recipient. And this is Monroe County Sheriff's Office employee Adolf Hitler. As you can see, he has a rock star haircut. And everybody at the Sheriff's Office can identify Adolf because no one in the history of Western civilization has a mustache like this. So Adolf is our inspiration for the Employee of the Month at the District Attorney's Office. And after he was awarded the first Employee of the Month, he designed a special logo that everybody sees at 130 South Plymouth Avenue, 47 South Fitzhugh when they enter our offices. And, here it is right here. And this is total incoherence. We don't know what the hell Adolf is talking about. The way this thing goes, it goes like that, it goes like that. I mean, what the hell is this? Because I don't get it. I just don't understand this, what this means. I just complete and total incoherence. And that's why we love it at the District Attorney's Office. And after Adolf was awarded his first Employee of the Month, he celebrated, and as you can see, he has the equanimity and the professionalism required of every employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And this is the way, Sandra, that your assistant district attorneys should behave in court when they're putting the screws to innocent people like Chris Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive in Penfield, New York. So I just want to say to the Sheriff's Office and District Attorney's Office that this is your perfect example for how to behave on the job. And he could get lonely sometimes, the former recipient of the Employee of the Month. And, that's why he calls his girlfriend Ava. And as you can see, she is just ravishing. And, this is where a former Employee of the Month, Adolf Hitler, gets his support and comfort, at home. And, she wrote a diary about him. And, there it is right there. So, former Employee of the Month, Adolf Hitler, his girlfriend wrote a diary about him. And, this is required reading at the Sheriff's Office and District Attorney's Office. I mean, the diary of Ava Braun. So, when we hire a new employee, we give them that book so they have the proper instruction on love and tenderness. And one of our employees who understands love and tenderness, and he's a candidate for a future winner of Employee of the Month, is Derek Vineyard. As you can see, Derek is right here, and he's featuring that bald head that Sheriff Baxter has. As a matter of fact, Sheriff Baxter likes it when he has bald employees because they all want to be like him. So Derek, and he's got the required swastika right here, tattoo and bald head, and that's the way to go to Monroe County Sheriff's Office when you're policing the roads. If you got a swastika tattoo and a bald head, then you have the perfect character traits to work on the job. Now, I'd like to honor this month's recipient. But first, I'd like to thank the past recipients before I get to this month's recipient. And every one of these individuals knows how to sing a song that we have on the speaker system at the district attorney's office and the sheriff's office. It's the captain and Tennille. Do that to me one more time, because that's what Chris Chichester is doing to us. And now, I'd just like to now get to the past winners of the Employee of the Month at the District Attorney's Office and Sheriff's Office. This is former Monroe County Sheriff Office employee Adolf Eichmann. And as you can see, he's on trial in Jerusalem, and he needs a translator. That's why he's got those headphones on. And so former Employee of the Month of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Adolf Eichmann, is wearing these headphones here because he's speaking in his original language of German. And we have this program at the Sheriff's Office, the District Attorney's Office, because everybody that comes to work with us, for some reason, speaks German. And then we have to get these a special program in place where they have to learn English. So it's this constant problem where everybody, when they arrive at 47 South Beach or 130 South Beach, they're all speaking German, like Adolf Eichmann, our former employee, of the month. And then now another employee of the month has local ties and in Western New York, and everybody's going to know this individual I'm talking about here at the sheriff's office, because he was a sheriff's office employee of the month, and he has the temperament, the character, the compassion, the integrity to be a Monroe County Sheriff Office deputy. And this is former Monroe County Sheriff Office employee of the month, O.J. Simpson. And O.J. Simpson has a problem with kitchen utensils. And when he comes into the office, we have to constantly take away his knife. And when he was coming into the office, and this does not detract and harm him from becoming, Monroe County Sheriff Office employee of the month. But it was a constant problem with OJ. I had to bring him into my office and sit him down and tell him, not to be doing these things and not to be beating up women and acting like a psychopath. But, that's what I love at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. So this is former Monroe County District Attorney Office Employee of the Month, David Berkowitz. And David Berkowitz is a former employee of the month because he goes and talks to his Labrador Retriever, and then his Labrador Retriever tells him to go out onto the Beltway Parkway in Brooklyn and murder people. So, you can look just at the handsome features of former employee of the month, the District Attorney's Office, David Berkowitz here. And, who wouldn't want to have David Berkowitz working alongside someone, at a desk? And we just want to say that David is exactly the type of person that should apply for a job, at the District Attorney's Office. So, but there was one problem though with David, because he kept appearing on the cover of the Daily News. You see Wanted, Son of Sam. And again, we have to constantly keep our psychopaths and fanatics and sociopaths in counseling. And this is one example, because when David appeared on the cover of the Daily News Wanted, Son of Sam, I really hurt with his caseload because he couldn't be putting screws to innocent people. So this is former Monroe County Sheriff Office employee of the month, Travis Bickle. And Travis Bickle executes pimps. And that's why he earned the distinguished status as employee of the month at the sheriff's office. And as you can see, he's got a mohawk up there on his head, because I told him to get a mohawk. And I just love this picture of Travis, and he has love in his heart. So this is a former employee of the month at the District Attorney's Office. This is Monroe County former employee of the month, Assistant District Attorney Hannibal Lecter. And the reason why we made him the employee of the month is that when he comes into the office, he likes to say, "Hello, Clarice," and then people start screaming and running out of the room, and it's chaos, and that's why we made Hannibal Lecter employee of the month. It's just this constant problem, with his diet. We can't get him to eat food because he likes to eat people. So we're gonna have to keep up his therapy there at the district attorney's office. And this is a former Monroe County Sheriff Office employee of the month, Albert DeSalvo, also known as the Boston Strangler. And we just couldn't keep him in Rochester and Monroe County. He just kept driving on the New York State Thruway. He was going to Boston. It's a constant problem. And we had to put him on double secret probation. Now, this is finally Monroe County Assistant District Attorney, former employee of the month, Al Capone. And he's a gangster, and that's why he earned the status. Now, I'd like to introduce the employee of the month in March 2020 for the Sheriff's Office. This is as Todd Baxter. As I am Sheriff Todd Baxter, Sheriff of Monroe County, I will now announce Monroe County Sheriff Office Employee of the Month, Pepe Le Pew. And the new Monroe County Sheriff Office Employee of the Month, Pepe Le Pew, is a French rapist. So, congratulations, Pepe. And we just want to say to you at the Sheriff's Office, keep up the great work. Now, for some reason, I have my vehicles always driving by Wegmans Food Market's headquarters. Chris Chichester at 26 Sanders Farm Drive was walking by Wegmans, and I expected to see my vehicles alongside the building. Here she comes, driving right by him right there. There she is, right there in a Monroe County Sheriff Office vehicle, because my vehicles are constantly at Wegmans Food Market's headquarters, and it's astounding that sheriff's vehicles are at a private business instead of being out on the roads. And I don't care. So, now, I'd like to say that, Chris, at the district attorney's office and the sheriff's office, we have received your Freedom of Information Law document on March 2nd. And you've sent these each to us 20 times. And the two documents that you will continue to send to us relentlessly are the demands for the public employee payroll or list of salaries that everyone in the sheriff's office. So I'll just read these two documents. Freedom of Information Law, there's your name, address. March 2nd, there's your signature. The names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. March 2nd. Again, March 2nd, there's your signature. The names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. Those are the two documents that compel me as the Sheriff of Monroe County and District Attorney Sandra Doorley to send a list of salaries for every public employee at the Sheriff's Office and District Attorney's Office. And we will refuse. If you send this to us 20 more times, we refuse 20 more times. If you send this to us 50 more times, we refuse 50 more times. If you send this to us 100 more times, we will refuse 100 more times, despite the fact that the entire nauseating, repulsive, corrupt, criminal existence of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County District Attorney's Office is because of taxpayer dollars. So, now, we know what you're doing to us here at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County District Attorney's Office, and you're going to continue to do it. Now, and what you are going to continue to do is demand information from us that we are compelled to provide to you. Our entire existence is because of the taxpayers of Monroe County. Our entire existence is because of the taxpayers of New York State. A Freedom of Information law document is the instrument that compels us to provide a list of salaries. And the hypocrisy of a sheriff and a district attorney refusing to comply with the law is a disgrace. It's an outrage. And that's what we are at the sheriff's office and district attorney's office. We're a disgrace. We're an outrage. District Attorney Sandra Doorley had to create a separate unit called the Conviction Integrity Unit because her Monroe County District Attorney's office is abridging the civil and constitutional rights of innocent Americans. There's no doubt about that. How many district attorneys in the United States of America had to create a separate bureaucracy to police herself? Chris, we have this diagnostic and statistical manual that we use at the district attorney's office and sheriff's office because as our entire existence is taxpayer dollars and we're refusing to provide you with a list of the salaries for everyone at the sheriff's office and district attorney's office, then this a manual is the manual that we obviously operate from at the district attorney's and sheriff's office. It's the diagnostic and statistical manual of mental disorders because a sheriff that exists with taxpayer dollars and refuses to disclose public employee salaries is obviously mentally ill. A district attorney who exists because of taxpayer dollars and refuses to provide a list of salaries is obviously mentally ill. So we have a book and a slogan at the district attorney's office. And a t-shirt. We have a book, a slogan, and a t-shirt at the district attorney's office and the sheriff's office. And this book is required reading. This is The Psychopath Whisperer, The Science of Those Without Conscience by Kent A. Keel, Ph.D. The Science of Those Without Conscience. To arrest an innocent American, to abridge the constitutional rights of an innocent American is someone without conscience. To allow an innocent American to be deposited in jail without the prosecutor saying one word in court is without conscience. And someone who does this to an innocent American who's never committed a crime in his entire life is obviously a sociopath. Sociopath, a person with a psychopathic personality whose behavior is antisocial, often criminal, who lacks a sense of moral responsibility and social conscience. We, at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County District Attorney's Office, do not have moral responsibility or social conscience. Now, I'd like to say to Chris Chichester at 26 Sanders Farm Drive, Penfield, on behalf of District Attorney Sandra Doorley as a sheriff of Monroe County, and we don't care that you never committed a crime. We don't care that your civil and constitutional rights were abridged. We don't care that you never heard Miranda. We don't care that the prosecutor didn't talk in court. We don't care that you were attacked in Monroe County Jail by a Monroe County Sheriff's Office employee whose name you have. We don't care that you kept asking, what's my sentence as an innocent man in jail? And you were not provided the answer to that question. We don't care. Chris Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive. Because the employees of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County District Attorney's Office do not know they live in the United States of America.